Hi everybody, this is Robin and I'm here with Evil Client, and we started this design with Wet n Wild Black. And now I am going to do, for the first time on film, stamping. Okay, so I'm using the Wildflowers Guide Plate number 1. Okay, and it's going to be very difficult to film here, but I'm going to be using this one right here. So, okay, here we go. I'm just using regular craft paint, and I mixed in a little bit of black and a little bit of gold right here, and I just have a little bit on the end of my brush like this. You can get my brushes at robinmosesnailart.com. And and then I'm putting it across the way like this with the paint. And I know, and then I'm just going to go across down like that with the stamping thing. Then I'm going to use the little thing, just pick it up, and you can see that it's picked it up on the other side. I don't want this to be perfectly picked up, and I don't want it to be perfect. This is why. I'm going to take it and stamp across like this, just barely. Stamp across, and take it, stamp across. And you'll see how some of it looks kind of vintage or like half done and whatever. What this is going to do is just give it an extra layer without adding too much to it. It's just going to be a layer of it. So I'm going to finish this out. Okay, so now I'm going into the golds right here. Okay, I stamped with this color right here, so I'm going a little bit lighter right here. And I'm using this gold. Now, I'm going to go through with filigree and kind of touch in here and there where I want it to go, pushing and pulling up, push, pull up, and it will go like that, and boom, boom. Okay. So when I'm done, it's going to have this linear type of look where it's just barely using the stamping area right here, and then I'm going over the top of it with a more organic, moving, artistic kind of line. I'm going to carry that through and meet you back. Okay, I'm going to go in with a little bit of the white that's pearlescent now with my brush, and I'm going to push in flowers. So you take your tip of your brush and push out, and then touch down and push, push, and then pull out. So what the stamping did, what I see is that it just added another dimension and made it still flat-like, and I like it. Evil Client and I were discussing it, and it's just a different technique, you know, like one is, I don't know, this was like a little bit faster, but with all the cleanup and stuff, it wasn't. So I'm not sure yet, but I'm still new. And of course I'm learning, and of course, you know, anything that you add, please leave it in the description box below so that I can learn more and have fun with it. I know that I'm using paint and not the stamping polish. I had stamping polish, but I didn't have that color, so I'm using paint, and I just kind of wanted a distressed line. I didn't need it to be perfect. So this will be like ways to use your stamping plates to where you can just use them as an accent and not as the whole design. And that's basically, if I was going to make stamping plates, which I'm in the middle of doing the first one now, I want to make them as an enhancement plate for my design so that you guys can work with it. I don't want to just make a plate with my designs on it, but to help you guys make the best designs you can. So push, push, and then I'm pulling up to the end, just making the white flowers go across like this. Might add another white flower down here, but I'm just going to go across like that until I'm done. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the neons. So I have the yellow, here we go, yellow, the orange, and the pink. Now I'm going to put in the yellow first, and the yellow was going all the way up. Let me zoom. The yellow went all the way up almost to the edges, and I used it very, very thin. Now with a very, very thin orange, I'm going to go in to the center. I did the same thing with the yellow. but I forgot to tape it. So but you know, you just go up a little lower on with the orange, and then the pink will be left for the middle. Oops. But do you see how that pink goes right into the center, and then you can really like see how it turns neon. With the bottom color being that pearl white, it makes it to where the leaves aren't as stark. So this is a more of a subdued neon color. If I had used regular white, these would have been really bright and bold and punchy. And because I used the pearl white, these are a little bit more demure, but see how they're still neon? That's what I wanted. So I'll meet you back. All right. With white, pure white, I'm touching in on the edges of these flowers, and then allowing the edges to pop and create the outline. You don't have to do this step, but this step just makes them a little bit more like, what would you call it, luminous? Evil client? It just kind of makes them look more finished, more bright and cheerful. Then I'm going to go in with that bright pink and add a little white to it. And just touch here and there in the centers to make them look a little more pinky, because the pink got eaten up by the orange and it made the centers orange, which means you just need to lighten it a little bit. And every place that you touch the white with the pink, it'll just make it a little brighter too. So, let me zoom out. There we go. And that's what it's going to look like before. Okay, now with wildflowers, she sent me these little gem things that are cute. We're going to pick a color and put them in the center, and I'll meet you back. Beautiful. These are beautiful. I want you to see, look at when I put the top coat on, I want you to see how the stamping, it just barely shows underneath and kind of gives it like a distressed look, but at the same time the flowers like punch out over the top of it. I don't know if I still can't see the colors really well with this lighting the way that it is, but hopefully you guys can, because there's a lot of lights in here. Can everybody agree on that? Anyways, I will see you guys back with more, and I hope you learned a lot, and you show me at Robin Moses Nail Art on Instagram. Everybody have a great night. Bye.
Bye.
Boop.